Hello, welcome to another episode of the YBI's Innovators Insights podcast. We are here again celebrating Black History Month. We have partnered with our MBAC team, the Minority Business Assistance Center. And this month, we are featuring some Black-owned, minority-owned, women-owned businesses here in the city and in the Valley that some of our viewers and listeners may not necessarily have been exposed to. So today I have Miss Vershanda Black.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
That's awesome. Can you tell us who you are and then tell us what it is that you do?
I'm Vershanda Black. I'm the owner, CEO of TopNotchMeals. I service the community with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We also offer catering. We've been in business for about 5 years going on now. I've started in 2020 as well.
Okay.
During COVID, I just stepped out on faith as well, just giving it all that I do at home. I love to cook. So I just said, hey, my kids are grown. I ain't got nothing else to do. Let me just go ahead and make this money servicing people with good food.
Awesome. Good food is an understatement. I am an avid DoorDasher of TopNotchMeals. An avid DoorDasher. That is my go-to breakfast, sometimes my lunch as well. So I know about your company.
Yes.
And if I can say this, it's been an interesting 5 years for you.
Yes, it has.
Since opening. And if you don't mind, can you kind of share that journey of where you've started, where you've kind of gone, and then where you currently are?
Okay. We actually started at home.
Okay.
I took a business class. My pastor was my business coach. She told me, she was like, get DoorDash. And I said, DoorDash? So I got DoorDash and I started literally from home. I mean, the DoorDashers couldn't even believe that I was running a business out the house.
Yeah.
And it was just so professionally done. And so I had took the opportunity to go down to 20 West Federal. Got that opportunity my 40th birthday.
Wow.
And so they reached out to me. We was open. We've been there a good year and a half. We had just celebrated our 1 year. Unfortunately, we received 60 days that we had to vacate the building.
Yeah.
So that was devastating. I mean, at that point, I just thought I was finna give up. But that's not what God had for me because I do a lot of healing in food. That's my passion. So after, taking that drastic move, we ended up on 2838 Mahoney Avenue where we celebrated 2 years. Unfortunately, when it's importance of having ownership. Because when you're renting, you have all these hiccups and things like that. And when you trying to be, how can you say it, more professional and, just being persistent with things that you do, when you having someone else dictate where you at,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah.
So right now we're in transitioning. We partner with Charlie Staple Pit Boss. That transition is, we're still. It's a trial.
Yeah,
It's a trial, but we're going to see how that go. But right now, we're just focusing on our catering.
Beautiful. Okay.
Until we get our own. We are actually looking for our own building. We are
Okay.
looking for ownership right now.
I love that. Looking for ownership. So those real estate investors and those people who may have some properties available listening, please contact us so that we can put you two in contact.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So you mentioned breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yes.
What is your favorite meal on the menu?
My favorite meal is definitely the big breakfast. I like breakfast. I'm a breakfast fanatic.
Okay.
So the big breakfast consists of 3 choices of meat. You have your style of eggs. You can get home fries or grits, and you can get a pancake, French toast, however you want to jazz it up.
Yeah.
So we just let you be yourself at Top Notch. We basically give our customers leeway to help us be successful, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people eat different, so whatever input they give, I take it and I run with it. If it's in my freezer, I'm making it.
Love it. I love that. Yeah. So again, I mentioned at the top of the interview that we're celebrating Black History. So if you can take a moment, think about it. Let's go back in time in history, or it could even be present. But who has inspired you when we say Black history? Is there anyone or any movement or anything that you draw influence on in your business now?
Harriet Tubman.
Okay.
And reason why, because she was a leader. She wanted to get the slaves to freedom. And so with my business, you know, I want my customers to feel like they are free to come in and be themselves. And, you know, y'all not just customers. Y'all gonna come in here as customers, but you're gonna leave out as family.
Yeah.
So that's what I seen with Harriet Tubman doing. She brought the people, the slaves, you know, to freedom, but she also let them know that, hey, we family here. We gonna fight through this together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely my go-to.
That's
Harriet
awesome.
Tubman.
Harriet Tubman. I love to hear that. So let's bring it to the MBAC team. How has the MBAC team, Tanisha and her team, how they influenced, how they helped your business and the growth of it?
Well, with a lot of resources, things that I didn't know that was out here to help my business be successful. Resources is very important. Just being able to network, something I had no knowledge of, you know, Facebook, Instagram, that was just my go-to.
Yeah.
But not knowing that there's other companies, organizations out here that can definitely help you get that skills and, you know, knowledge that you need. So
Love
that's
that.
where they helped me at.
Awesome. So you've been in business. This is a shameless plug for myself, for 5 years.
It'll be 5 years in September.
5 years in September? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We got to get you certified.
Yes, that's another thing. Yes, we do.
So
yes.
Once we end this podcast, I'm pretty sure I have your contact already.
Yes, you do.
But I'll make sure I reach out to you so that we can start that process. So you talked about where you started. You
Right.
talked about some of the transitions that brought you to your present. What do you have coming up in the future?
Well, you know, everybody know about Top Notch. So I want to introduce the world to Mrs. V's. Mrs. V's is my own personal sauce line that I will be launching this Saturday for my 44th birthday.
Wow.
So that's my birthday gift to myself.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout. I actually, on my way here, I just got a text message that my labels have gotten in. So now we finna start bottling it up.
Beautiful.
Hot ranch, not just barbecue sauce, any kind of sauce, honey hot. You go on Walmart, you see all these different sauces. I'm like, I can do the same thing they doing.
Yeah.
Because Subway, I'm like, I can do that too. So that's what I'm working on right now. I am definitely branding myself.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Mrs. V's?
Mrs. V's.
I like that.
Sweet and tangy sauce will be out Saturday.
Okay, so you said hot ranch?
I do make hot ranch.
Okay, so give me the flavors.
So it's hot ranch, honey hot, sweet and tangy, honey barbecue, and we are also doing our own garlic parm.
Love it. I love that.
So this Saturday we're going to have for everyone the sweet and tangy sauce.
Okay. All right. Miss V's. Miss V's sauce?
Mrs. V's
Mrs. V's.
sweet and tangy sauce.
Mrs. V's sweet and tangy sauce. I love that. So you said this Saturday. Where can we get that at?
So I'm actually having a birthday party.
Okay.
So that's where I'm launching the sauce at. But we are also going to have the sauces in Pit Boss, Charlie Staples Pit Boss. So we're going to, start selling it out of there.
Love the collaboration there. That is great marketing. So happy early birthday to
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm noticing a trend here that you do a lot of your pivoting around your birthday. That is, I like it. It's a way to keep you honest.
You seen it. You
birthday
noticing
coming up. Hey, what we doing next? I like that.
I mean, it's a gift to myself. I worked very hard on what I've been doing for life, just giving people me, what I'm saying? So I have to celebrate myself. So that's my way of celebrating.
Now, we're talking about the sauce. What made you, what brought the idea to you? What made you want to go that route?
The customers. They would come in and ask for the sauces, and I just said, why should I have to buy it already bottled up when I can make it myself?
Right.
So when I started making it myself, and the customers just start, I need that sauce, and they was putting it on everything, burgers, they dipping fries in it. So I had my attorney come in, and she tried some fish and fries, and I asked her, did she want hot sauce? And she said, girl, no, this barbecue sauce right here is what's happening.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
that gave me the courage to say, hey, we doing this.
And you just mentioned something that I'm going to pause and we're going to talk about here for a second. Back when I started with the MBAC, I started as a business advisor. And one of the things that I tried my very best to tell my clients is doing business is great. Having an idea is even greater.
Mm-hmm.
But you mentioned that you had your attorney come in. That's the greatest right there, is making sure you surround yourself with the team that can help fuel your business. We would tell businesses and business owners all the time, you need an attorney.
Yes.
You need an accountant.
Yes.
And you need an advisor.
Yes.
Those are the three that you absolutely need, just to help just kind of.
And I'm gonna be transparent.
Away. Yeah.
The first 3-4 years, I struggled with that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take that. I need that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to listen, and I had to listen.
Yeah.
You know, it took me that one bump on the head to say, hey, you got to get you some help in here. You can't do it all yourself. Yep. So I had to listen.
Yeah. So I am glad to hear you say that. That put a big smile on my face to hear you say, brought my attorney in. Yes, ma'am. Kudos to you.
Well, she just stopped in to have lunch.
Yeah.
She just stopped in to have lunch. It wasn't, I invited her. She just came in, wanted to have lunch, and I was like, let me let you try this sauce. And she tried it, and I'm like, well, do you want some hot sauce? And she like, girl, no. She said, I'm taking this to my friends so they can taste it.
Love it.
So that right there made me say, okay, the customers love it. Now my attorney, she's the one who got to help me get this branded and, things like that. So
beautiful.
She gave the okay, and I'm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. So as we wrap up, another question that we've been asking kind of all of our those who we are interviewing. We like to be ever growing and ever evolving. So what is something that the Impact team, something I can take back to our team and to Tanisha that can help us grow our reach, grow our influence, help us to grow, those people that we service?
Just getting the word out, being more, there.
Okay.
So people can know, because I didn't even have a knowledge that you guys existed, but you do have people that speak about you guys. So just getting the word out more, having more events. You know what I'm saying? I think events would be a great thing. Like the how do you pronounce that?
So we've done a couple different events in-house. We do a lot of networking events.
Right.
One of our biggest events for YBI in general is our Shark Tank event.
Okay.
And that's the one that a lot of the community knows about that.
See,
one.
that's something I wasn't aware of, because I'm so stuck into my business.
Yeah.
I'm not aware of what's going on the outside.
Okay.
So I have to get myself more involved on the outside. There's a lot of us business owners. We be at work or we at home. So when I get home at 3:00, I'm done.
I get it.
So just being more involved in businesses, knocking on doors and saying, hey, shooting out emails, because a lot of people, that's how they, do. They go by emails.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
All right. Thank you for that. I will take that to the table with the team. And as we finish up strategically planning some events, we will make sure that we incorporate some of those suggestions. So lastly, again, thank you for your time. How can people get in touch with you?
We are right now currently located at 372 Rand Avenue. That's the Charlie Stable Pit Boss building. And our contact information, because they don't have a landline, so we do have a cell phone that we would like to share with you guys.
Okay.
Yep. So that number is 330-531-4638.
Beautiful.
All right.
And what are your hours?
We are operating right now Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to midnight.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Until midnight.
Breakfast
all day.
Woo.
Still get breakfast all day. And then we are on DoorDash. We are on Grubhub. We have to get the information switched over to Grubhub so they can have the location to pick up.
Okay.
But we are on those platforms as well.
Okay. And it's still under Top Notch?
Yes, it's still under Top Notch.
I love to hear it. I might be... What time is it? I might be placing an order when we get done here.
Okay.
So again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you from the community. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for having me.
4 years, going on 5. I can speak for myself and for some friends who patronize with you and eat your food. We thank you.
Well, thank you.
We
appreciate
definitely,
that.
my
I appreciate
stomach
that.
thanks you.
It's a lot of love in that food.
Yeah. You can always taste. That's the thing about, all right, I can go on about food, but that's the thing about good food. You can taste when somebody's auntie is in there, somebody's mama in there, with a little bit of extra love in that food. So
I have to share this one, the sheriffs down at the county jail.
Oh, yeah.
I have them on lock. And so when the deputies come and pick up the food, I guess their sheriff or how do you, their lieutenant.
Yeah.
He was like, are y'all going to Mrs. B's? That's where I got Mrs. B's from.
Okay.
He said, y'all going to Mrs. B's? And they like, Mrs. B's? They like, yeah, the spot y'all go get our breakfast from. He like, it's called TopNotchMeals. He said, well, I just imagine a little old black lady in there cooking this food.
Yeah.
And so I get it. I definitely get it.
Okay. I love that. And Sheriff, those are good people to have.
Listen, they love Top Notch.
I love that. Yes, that's awesome. So again, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Again, we can find you where?
At 372 Rand Avenue.
All right. Make sure you all shop and patronize DoorDash, Grubhub. We want to make sure that we keep good businesses in business. And this is a good business.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So until next time, thank you for tuning in to the YBI's Innovators Insights podcast. We will see you next time. Have a great day.